Well, for the past 12 years, before I got this job, I was touring people on a regular basis throughout Manila's historical spots, particularly the National Museum, and then throughout Southeast Asia. And I have, in the course of what, 8 or 9 years, developed a clientele, got good word of mouth advertising, and would always get people to come on my tours, and my fees would increase. And the last time I did a tour of Myanmar with 18 people, 18 Filipinos, and I made about $8,000. So uh, I know that what I've done is in the course of many years, but I know that it can be shared, and others can do the same thing. Is I was a history major I was a history major, learned about my country, everything about my country, analysis about the country, rather than just rote and facts and figures like Magellan discovered the Philippines March 16, 1521. That's absolutely boring. What I now am pushing my colleagues, tour guide colleagues, is you can't just have historical facts and figures, but a sense of what the country is all about, a feeling, your own subjective feelings, your own historical analysis, and the like. And that, to me, I think history is, of course, very important in being a good tour guide. Cultural tourism is so much more. I don't want to compete. I mean, it's as appealing as ecotourism, but will actually is actually more money for the buck because cultural tourists are usually very wealthier people. They're not backpackers. They want to see sights. They spend more per day. But aside from all of that, facts and figures, it's just that cultural tourists want to get a real profound sense of the country. So I do this, and unfortunately, and until maybe more recently, hopefully it will happen under this watch of Mr. The current Department of Tourism man, um, that they will really take a look at cultural tourism seriously because in the end, in the past, every time I bring it up, and they're all very nice and polite, they still go back to sun, sand, and shopping. Three S's. And budget travelers do go to old churches and go to museums and the like. Um, and that they do want to have they do have a cultural interest, but I would say though that the budget travelers tend to be a little bit more eco tourists, younger, while the cultural travelers are cultural tourists are a lot more older and have more money. That's just sort of a general sense. I totally know and believe that it's only more fun in the Philippines if you know somebody in the Philippines. That is to say that everything is smooth if somebody picks you up at the airport. But if you do not know anybody in the Philippines and you come via our airports, that's it. The hell starts. The transportation problem starts. The pimps start. The infrastructure is against you. Everything works against you. And so the fun in the Philippines, the implication is that you have people who will make it fun for you. So we have a long way to go, unlike our Southeast Asian neighbors, where for me, I get to Vietnam, I get to Malaysia, I get to Myanmar unaided, and I make my way to the hotel, and there are no problems. Here, there are problems.